Most women who quit hormone therapy quit in the first month, and almost always for the same reason. No one told them what it actually looked like and what the timeline was. They expect to feel amazing overnight. They hit a few early bumps and then give up right before the good stuff starts. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through what really happens to your body month by month in your first 6 months on hormone replacement therapy. So you know exactly what to expect and so you don't bail out on it too soon. I'm Dr. Jen, a double-boarded OB-GYN and integrative medicine doctor, and I've walked thousands of women through exactly this and in their timeline. Here's the part that nobody explains. HRT is not a curve, not a switch. It actually takes time. Your symptoms do not improve all at once. They improve in a very predictable order, and knowing that order is the best single thing that you can do to keep from quitting too early. Let us start with the first 2 weeks, because this is where most women panic. As estrogen starts circulating, your body is recalibrating, and that adjustment can feel a little bumpy. Some women feel relief almost immediately, especially with sleep, but others notice mild side effects such as breast tenderness, some bloating, sometimes some spotting, and sometimes nausea, kind of like they felt on a birth control pill. Here's what I need you to know. Those early side effects are usually temporary, and they're not a sign that hormone replacement therapy is the wrong choice for you. They're a sign your body is actually adjusting. The number one mistake is quitting in week 2 because of the symptoms that would have faded away in the next couple weeks, especially by week 4. But if something feels severe or alarming, of course, call your doctor. But a bumpy first couple of weeks can be normal. It's not a failure of hormone replacement therapy. Mild side effects are usually temporary, so don't quit. You will miss the rewarding part. Somewhere between week 2 and week 8, the early symptoms tend to settle and the real relief begins. For most women, sleep improves first because hot flashes go away. Then that cascade changes into other things such as your mood, your patience, your energy. Hot flashes usually ease up pretty soon, but things like brain fog or libido take 6-8 weeks, sometimes 3 months. If your core symptoms are clearly better, you're on track. But if they really haven't moved much, it's not a reason to quit. It might be that you need to talk to your doctor about adjusting the dose or the delivery of your hormones, because sometimes being undertreated actually feels like you're not even starting anything. Heading into months 2 and 3, the slower moving symptoms start to shift. The brain fog begins to lift, your mood feels more like you, and for some, libido actually starts to come back, especially if you've added testosterone. One last note here, systemic estrogen, the kind that treats your whole body, does not fix vaginal symptoms alone or urinary symptoms because that tissue often needs local treatment as well. So if downstairs symptoms are lingering at this point, that is to be expected, but you could add low-dose vaginal estrogen as well. And you'll end up eating less and less vaginal estrogen as your systemic estrogen gets better. So here's what makes the 6-month mark so important. And it's not just how you feel. These are powerful things happening in your body that you can't feel necessarily. And at 6 months, almost no one is told to schedule. I'm going to cover both of those right now. So stay with me because this is the part that protects your long-term health. By months 3 to 6, most women describe the same thing, but using a lot of different words. I feel like myself again. The acute symptoms are largely under control, your sleep, your mood have all gotten better, and your body has settled into the new hormone replacement therapy. This is also where your daily habits start to show up with real results. If you've been strength training, prioritizing protein alongside your HRT, this is the stretch where you'll notice real changes in body composition and losing weight, and also noticing improvement in strength. HRT sets the stage, but what you do on that stage determines what happens in the months after that. And here's the part you cannot feel. In the background, estrogen has been quietly slowing bone loss that speeds up in the menopause and perimenopause transition. So this helps you protect against fractures that are years down the road. When started near the onset of perimenopause, it also works in your favor for heart and metabolic health. You will not feel any of these day by day, but they may matter more for your future than the symptom relief you can feel today. That is exactly why 6 months is a checkpoint, not a finish line. This is where the moment to sit down with your doctor, review what is working, and fine-tune anything else that's lingering, whether it's adjusting your dose, maybe adding vaginal estrogen, or evaluating testosterone. 6 months in, even though you're feeling much, much better, you're not completely dialed in. So let's review kind of the order of what things change when you start HRT. First, you notice sleep and hot flashes go away within a few weeks. Mood and energy are next. Brain fog and libido take a little bit longer, up to 6 months. Vaginal and urinary symptoms can be slow, especially if you're not using a local option as well. But bone protection is happening that entire time. So now if you know the order, you can stop panicking. Everything does not fix just immediately. Individuals can vary, so use this as a roadmap and review your own progress with your clinician. So if you remember only one thing, HRT is a curve, not a switch. The first 2 weeks can be bumpy. Real relief usually starts by week 8, and the 6-month mark is your moment to reassess and optimize, not to expect perfection. Do not judge hormone therapy week by week because it takes time. Judge it by the overall trend and the time it takes to work, and is it improving over that time frame. Now, if you are a few months in and you're not getting the relief you expected, very often the issue is not the hormone. It may be the dose or the duration. So a patch versus gel, things like that. I did break that down in a prior video, the estrogen patch versus the gel. So I'll put it right here. Go watch that one, and I'll see you in the next one.